Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talkin Chalk. I'm Ken Berthelot. Talkin Chalk is the show that combines faith, athletics, and leadership. And today we're going to meet a young man from Covington High School and the Church of God of Prophecy in Hammond, Louisiana, who has just been a great example in all three areas. His name is Matthew Dunnaway. Not only is he a heck of an athlete, but he's also a leader in his church and in the community. When we come back, you'll meet this amazing young man right after this on Talkin Chalk on WHNO TV 20 Sports. Welcome back to Talkin Chalk. Matthew Dunnaway is a 5'9" junior point guard for Covington High School. He loves basketball and helped lead Covington to the playoffs for the last 2 years. He also loves baseball and this year will run track for the first time. Let's meet this young man and just see what makes him tick. Matthew, basketball is your favorite sport.
Yes,
What do you like most about it?
I just like playing and as being a point guard, just trying to lead the team. That's it.
Now, a point guard is supposed to be the unselfish player on the team, the guy who distributes the basketball. Are you that player?
Yes, sir. I like to dish to my big man, yes, sir, and just try to create plays.
What's special about Covington High School basketball?
We started from the ground up. Coach Mike Smith, he came in. They had a 1-32 season the year before, and after 1 year, he made the playoffs and been making the playoffs ever since.
What's been special about Coach Mike Smith that he has brought this team together and helped you all find success?
Discipline. Before Coach Mike Smith came, they said there wasn't any discipline. A lot of players were doing whatever they wanted to do, and he came in and let them know, either you're going to be here, you're going to do right, or you're going to be gone.
Discipline seems to be a common theme in almost everything you do. Drill team, basketball,
Yes, sir.
sports, music. How important is discipline in life?
It's very important. With no discipline, you're not going to get anywhere. I mean, if you don't have any discipline, you're not going to be able to act right. Whenever your boss is yelling at you, you're going to snap back and you're going to get fired. So you have to have discipline.
How far can Covington High School basketball go this year?
State champions. State champions.
You do it all the way, huh?
Yes, sir.
When you're on the basketball court, is it just peace of mind? Did you think any thoughts go through your mind? Is there pressure involved? Tell us what you think about your thought process, your zone, so to speak.
I just try to see what defense the other team is in. That way I can call the plays accordingly and get people set up in the right places that we can score. Coach
Mike Smith knows he's got a good basketball player in Matthew Dunnaway. But there's another coach in Matthew's life, and that's his mom, Vera. She takes pride in the fact that, like Matthew, she started the family tradition of going to Covington High. Matthew followed in her footsteps, and she takes the opportunity not only to watch him play, but also to step out and help coach him sometimes. He loves sports, track, baseball, and basketball. Basketball's his favorite.
Yes.
Tell me how Mom feels when she's watching him perform at Covington High School on the basketball court.
Oh, Mom is loud. She's very loud, and I'm very honored because I played sports growing up, and I taught all my kids to play sports. My older boys taught him to play sports coming up. He went to daycare like at maybe I think 4. That's what they made him say at the daycare was lady had a basketball goal. And he stopped crying immediately, and he went to the basketball goal and started playing basketball. So he's played basketball. Has been our family, all throughout him growing up, and he loves it. I loved it, and that's what it is.
You played at Covington High.
Yes, I did.
What did it mean to you to have him follow in your footsteps at Covington High?
And that means a lot because I feel like he's carrying on the part where I left off at, and it means a lot to me that he's playing and he's doing well in it. He's doing much better than what I did, but he's doing well in it, and I expect him to go him further in it.
Now, your mom played basketball at
Yes,
Covington.
sir.
You followed in her footsteps at Covington. Why did you go to Covington? Because of your mom?
Yes, sir. It's a family tradition, pretty much. Everybody in my family went to Covington.
Since your mom played at Covington and she coached, what did you learn from Mom about playing basketball that's made you a better basketball player?
Just not to ever lose your focus. Nobody is Superman. Everyone is human. Every player can be beaten. Every team can be beaten. Never to be scared.
Since you played and since he loves basketball, what have you taught him from a mom standpoint that's made him a better basketball player?
I tried to teach him a little bit of defense, how to do it, and I taught him maybe like a couple of plays. I coached him in his early years playing basketball, and in that coaching and upbringing that I had, I think that's something that followed him on in this part now he has. But I taught him a lot of defense and offense. I told him it was good to have the game to play the game, but what you do in the game is what counts. You have to have that attitude.
And she says she likes to coach you and help you with defense. What have you picked up from Mom that's made you a better defender?
Slide my feet. Slide my feet. They got a lot of quick plays, and you got to slide your feet, or you gonna get burnt.
Now, when you're in the stands, you make a goal, you make a good play. When it's all over, there's a little break in the action. You look up to see where Mom's at.
Yes, sir.
Good.
I always listen to her for her advice. She's always right there. I can hear her.
Why has sports been an important role in your life? What role has it played in helping you be a better man?
Back to discipline. Back to discipline. Coaches keep me in line. It keeps me focused. It teaches me how to pay attention. It also helps in the classroom, how to pay attention, like remembering plays and everything, just all around.
What role has your faith played in helping you be the successful young man you've become?
A lot of times, I remember this year we had a game against Rummel, our by-district playoff game, and we had 1.5 seconds left. We were up by 2, and we were in overtime, actually. And I was at the free throw line. I was just praying, God, let me make these. God, let me make these. And the first one, I rattled it in, got the nerves out, made the second one, and we won the game.
And just your faith overall in you being a better person.
Yes, sir. I pray a lot. Yes, sir.
Coming up next, we'll find more about this talented young man, Matthew Dunnaway, and what he does for his church, the Church of God of Prophecy. Right after this on Talkin Chalk on WHNO TV 20 Sports. Welcome back to Talkin Chalk. We continue to meet Matthew Dunnaway from Covington High School, where not only is he a gifted athlete, but he's also a great student. He carries a 3.85 grade point average and finished in the top 2% in the LEAP test. Let's talk a little bit more with Matthew, because as gifted as he is, athletically and scholastically, he's also musically inclined and picked up playing the drums from scratch. So we know you like sports. Tell me a little bit about your love for music.
I've been playing the drums since I was about 8. My pastor called me one day and she was just like, do you want to play the drums? I said, yes, ma'am. And the dude that used to be here that played the piano named Mr. George, he taught me how to play the drums the majority. And I've just been playing ever since, on and off.
Were you ever aware that he had this musical ability?
Not really. He liked it when he was a baby, he liked to beat on things a little bit, and he was a baby, and he's maybe like 5 or so. My husband got him a drum set, and he played for a little while, then he lost interest, and then being in the church and our pastor, which is, he got back into it, and he's playing now, and he loves playing. But I think it's something that he may progress a little bit further into. I want to see him do a little bit more in the music part, but I know that sports is his thing that he loves.
Matthew is awesome. I mean, he shows up. He's faithful. He's a young man that you can depend on to be humble. That's one thing. Even our keyboard player, our musician, was saying when he works with Matthew that he's humble. He's not one of those young people that's going to give you back talk and think that they know more than people that are older than them. He's humble. He's willing to work with whatever's going on, and we really love that about him. He adds to all that we're doing in the music ministry and in the choir.
How fast did he learn to play the drums?
He's a fast learner, I believe, at everything. Everything that we've taught him, especially being over these kids, getting on the drums, it doesn't take him long to figure out anything. He's just, I guess, that type of person.
How special is it for you to be able to play the drums in the church band?
It feels real special because I know I'm the only one up there. I can help get everybody enjoying the experience, get everybody get some joy in them and everything else. Yes, sir.
How hard was it to learn drums?
I actually picked it up pretty quickly. It took me about 3 weeks to really start picking it up whenever I was little. And the man, Mr. George, he said, "You playing this Wednesday?" I was like, "No, I'm not." And I played and did fine. And ever since then, I've been fine with it. Yes, sir.
You're not even nervous when you sit behind the drum set anymore?
Oh, I'm nervous sometimes. And so whenever we get a big crowd, as for a revival or something, I get a little nervous. But once I start playing, I just quit thinking and just play.
Where do you get the most satisfaction from? Playing the drums and music, or playing basketball and sports?
I like playing basketball personally. That's just that's my life. That's my focus.
Nice job on the drums, Matthew. Matthew credits his success all around to his faith, and from that faith comes a strong discipline, a discipline he would like to pass on to other young men and women in the church and in school. At the Church of God of Prophecy, Matthew is the drill team captain. He trains young men starting as young as 7 years old to be disciplined, to be strong in their faith, and to grow up to be strong young men and women. Let's watch. Matthew, let's talk a little bit about the drill team. What's the purpose of the drill team? Why did they start a drill team here at Church of God of Prophecy?
They started a drill team pretty much to get the kids involved in something. A lot of kids, they find themselves doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing because they pretty much have nothing to do, so they get into bad situations. And we keep them here pretty much to teach them respect, leadership, and just pretty much like a brotherhood almost.
Amanda, as youth minister leader here at Church of God of Prophecy, it's got to be very special when you see this young drill team perform as well as they perform. What does it mean to you?
Yes, sir, it really does. As Matthew was saying about all the discipline, just watching the kids come together, how they've grown over the time from, just kids who are rambunctious, kind of got a lot of energy, but seeing that energy focused into something positive that God can get glory out of, I really love that process.
Kira, as a Sunday school teacher and you're in charge of that ministry, what do you see in Matthew that's making him a good instructor for the drill team and with the youth on the basketball courts here at the church?
He's a good person. You can kind of tell that he wants to learn new things and do new things, and he makes it fun. So it's like, even for the kids, he make it more enjoyable to learn about the Bible. And even out here playing basketball, he makes it crazy fun for us to play, and we still can learn about God and be blessed out here with him. He's a good person though.
Well, speaking of these young men on the drill team, you mean an awful lot.
Yeah, so I try to I try to keep them brotherhood. I try to be a good friend. Anytime they need anything, I try to be there for them.
What's the hardest thing about teaching a drill team to be precision-oriented like this? These young men, and they're young. You got some young kids on this team. What's the hardest thing about getting them to do everything perfect?
All I have to do is just keep them focused. As long as I keep them focused on me, I know they'll be fine.
How much fun has it been getting these young men to be the precision drill team that they are?
It's been a lot of fun. We had a lot of practices, and I taught them the second stump, and they were saying, "There's no way we're gonna learn that." I was like, "Okay." I just taught them, and we just kept working, and one day, George and Joe were the first two to figure it out. I was like, "Don't ever tell me that you can't learn anything."
It's fun because we can stomp and people are cheering us on, and we don't have to be afraid. I learned that when you first begin something, that don't mean you're not gonna never get it right.
Thus, when you see him take charge of this drill team and instill discipline and be a good example to other young men, how special is that to you and why is it?
Oh, that is very special to me because I can see that I can see some of me in him, that he's following some of the footsteps, things that I have already taught him. Sometimes with discipline, I worry a little bit, but he does have that part he can do because I know Matthew can do it. He's very competitive, and in him being competitive, he always likes to do things to the best of his ability. He can do them too.
It's all volunteer, and these young men seem to really love it. When you talk to them on camera or off camera, they're excited about being part of it.
They definitely are. It's all the time. When are we going to practice? When are we going to get together? Are we performing this Sunday? That's like their little heartbeat. It really gives them a focus and something to look forward to being a part of the service. It makes them feel like they're part of what's going on in the church.
What do you hear from people when they perform either in church or somewhere in public?
They're like, "Oh, your boys are so good. We can't believe they learned all that stuff." They're really in shock, just seeing that the young men, like I said, kids are really usually out of control, but seeing them get together and put that focus in, just put their joy into what they're doing. They have smiles on their faces, like nobody's making them do this. They really love doing it, so the people respond to that well and they feel that.
When you look at Matthew being an influence in the younger kids' lives, what role do you see his faith and his religion play in his life?
He has a glow about him. You can tell that, the kids look up to him. He's a good influence to them. It's not a lot of guys out here that you would say that would be good influences to kids, but he is the perfect example of what you would want your child to grow up and be like, or, to strive to do. Like, even with his academics and everything, he's a good person to look up to for the kids. And, I like him too because he's a great guy because he makes us laugh and, it's just fun to be around him. I'm glad to have, been able to be at this church to meet a guy like him. It's nice.
Any one funny story as you all form this drill team that you can share with?
Whenever we were starting, I know it was Gerald and George, and they were pretty much just having the game. They were just trying to see who could go the fastest, and it's just a good, enjoyable experience.
What personal satisfaction have you gotten from teaching these young men all of the disciplines of a drill team?
I get a personal satisfaction to know that I'm trusted, and I can be trusted with this, and that knowing that they respect me and that we get respect. And on Sundays, whenever everybody's cheering for us, it feels good. It feels real good.
He's got the grades. He's a 3-point plus grade point average in school. He can play sports. He can play music. There's almost nothing Matthew cannot do. So based on that, if he comes to you and says, Mom, I don't know whether to do music or sports in my life, or maybe just general business, what advice would you give him?
I would tell him to go with his heart, but I know that he loves the basketball a lot, but I'd rather him to make that choice in his life. I drive on my kids, being the best they can be and do what they need to do and be respectful in doing all of that. But instead, I try to leave the decisions up to them as of what they want to do in their lives, so I will leave that decision to him.
What role has your faith played in, I think, raising a successful son and having a very successful family?
My faith in God is something that I thrive on daily. I try to be an example to them and show them, how to do it, how to trust God. Even in his schooling, I said, you got to test something, pray about it. Go to God with it, and he'll see you through it. Trust him and believe that he's going to do just that.
When we come back, we'll see more of this amazing young drill team in action right after this on Talkin Chalk on WHNO TV 20 Sports. Welcome back to Talkin Chalk. Let's see more of Matthew Dunnaway's Church of God of Prophecy drill team in action. These young men are amazing, and they're calling on their faith and their discipline to be an important part of their lives at an early age.
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Who are we?
We are Drill Team, Church of God of Prophecy, 601 Southside Street, Henry and 70403. Sir, I'm the leader pastor of it. Sir!
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
What do we believe in?
We believe in one God, one faith, one woo, baptism.
What do we believe in?
We believe in one God, one faith, one woo, baptism.
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Pray for us.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive our debt as we forgive our debtors to us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Let's get ready to stump the devil the first time. Ready, set, go. Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
What do we believe in?
We believe in one God, one faith, one woo, baptism.
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Let's get ready to stump circles around the devil. Ready, set, go. Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Cadet Gerald!
Sir, yes, sir!
Cadet Gerald!
Sir, yes, sir!
What does John 3:16 state?
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, whosoever believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
Cadet Jarvis!
Sir, yes, sir!
Cadet Jarvis!
Sir, yes, sir!
What does Philippians 4:13 state?
I can do all things through Christ that scriptures me.
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Drill team!
Sir, yes, sir!
Let's get ready to stump the devil the third time. And while y'all stumping, I want y'all to tell me who y'all savior is. Ready, set, go.
Our Savior is Jesus. Jesus.
Drill team.
Sir, yes, sir.
Drill team.
Sir, yes, sir.
Let's get ready to fall out.
Nice job to the drill team at the Church of God of Prophecy in Hammond, Louisiana. And thank you, Matthew, for instilling your discipline and your faith and setting a good example in the young people today. Hope you've enjoyed this edition of Talkin Chalk. Join us next week when we'll meet more young people who are an inspiration to us all. I'm Ken Berthelot.